Trading the foreign exchange market carries high risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Trading on margin, utilizing leverage can carry an even higher level of risk that can lead to a complete loss of investment funds. So before deciding to trade the foreign exchange market or using any of our software alert products, you should carefully and diligently consider your personal investment objectives, level of experience, and risk tolerance. There is a possibility that you could potentially sustain significant loss. You should not invest any capital or trade that you cannot afford to lose. It is your responsibility to be aware of and understand all risks associated with foreign exchange trading and to seek professional advice from an independent certified financial advisor if you have any doubts. Auvoria Prime does not exercise trading authority over your trades. You and you alone exercise discretionary trading authority over every trade.
Find a nice setup. Look at that breakout of German 30. Look at that nice bounce, nice arrow, nice formation here that they're breaking out of. That's awesome. We're not chasing that. I just love German 30.
Yeah, I just got a 5-minute on the German 30 a couple minutes back.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I wonder if we can.
Oh, a short.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh yeah, look at that thing. Well, that's a second arrow, right? And we talk a lot about second arrows. Let me bring let me just go back into my settings here real quick here. Chat. I'm coming. Christine. There we go.
All righty.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone.
Morning. All right. Yeah, no. 5-minute alert would have been a really nice sell over here, but this one is gonna eat your dinner. That would be a problem. And so you're not gonna win every trade. You see how I don't like the second arrows? Look at this one.
Yeah.
Same story here. You're coming down, you're hitting this big retracement. This will scare you on this currency pair. This pullback, it does not look the same thing as sorry, it's not a currency pair, but this indices, the German 30, you don't want this kind of retracement. You do not want that at all.
Yeah, that's huge. That's over 50%. That looks like it almost hit the 70.
Yes, it did. So let's go check out some charts here. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. All right. So for anyone that has any questions or anything about anything you see on the screen, throw it in the chat. And then we'll
Q&A.
get to it.
Q&A.
Oh, Q&A. Yes, my bad.
Okay.
I'm still
waking up.
Still a little bit fuzzy this morning. We had a very long night. Oh yeah, no, that was feels like Christmas.
Yeah. Still a little cold.
It's still cold. It's still cold. I'm not happy about it.
Getting
pretty
tired.
miserable. Yeah. Let's go check this out. What do we have? All right. So you guys all have your arrow up and running properly. There's no one experiencing any major issues. Myself, it's been working really nicely. Oh, there's a 15-minute sell alert. That is a little more interesting. But I'm going to want it to come back because we're in a downtrend. So I'm going to want that to come up higher. But I'm not going to trade German 30 on a 15-minute. It just moves too fast. It's going to require too big of a stop. Would you say that, Ava?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the indices aren't the greatest unless you're doing like a swing, like an hour or higher, you know.
Right. So if you do enter this as a short, you're going to have to cover all of this, which is a substantial amount of stop loss.
Yeah.
So you're going to have 1-to-1 if it makes it all the way down here. But I mean, it's just not
Yeah.
It just
That's
doesn't fit. Not on a Friday.
Yeah.
Not on a Friday. Yeah, the dashboard is a real game changer. It just makes life so much easier for a lot of us. Instead of having all these charts open, you just have basically two. So let me see here real quick if I can get my.
Actually, I've got to set this up this weekend. I haven't done it yet.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
Okay. Let's go check out the economic calendar on MyFX Book, see if we got an idea of what any major news events that we need to be aware of. This morning, we've got Michigan Consumer Sentiment Index. Well, it says it's red. Right here. It's in about 2 hours. Nothing else really. It looks like a Asian holiday of some type. Labor Day in Hong Kong, Singapore. Oh, there's a lot of
Labor Days.
lot of Labor Days. Wow, look at this thing go. All right. Well, nothing overly major. Let's go see what we can put together here. What do we got? We got CAD. US CAD. I don't know why I have it the 1 minute on. I don't trade that one. Here's how you can modify a couple things real quick. Figured there's no point having the 1 minute Forex pairs on if I'm not trading it.
Do you find you prefer the Pro?
I do.
Yeah.
I do, because I do like the tighter spreads. So I don't mind paying a little bit more for the commissions. It's not much. It's just the, for example, here, we'll put just random buy. All right. And then we'll go to pound. We'll just do another one. Pound Swiss. Let's see if I can get it again here. So it's 0.01. So it's 1 cent more commission on a 0.01.
Okay.
But you do get a little bit better spread, about 5 points. 0.5 better spread. So that's where you can do pretty well.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not a real. When you get to a larger lot size, it does make a pretty big difference, because you want a tighter spread to get you out of your trades earlier if you hit your target. 0.05 is kind of a whatever 0.005 or whatever the difference in pips. It can play out to your advantage pretty nicely.
And that's with Envy, right?
That is with Envy, yeah, Edwin. So you can send either the person who your sponsor is in the company, or you can send myself a message, and we'll talk offline about that. All right, so let's see. We got a couple shorts, nothing overly special. Let's see if we can get a nice setup for USD JBY. Here goes the 745 candle. Oh yeah, I did.
No, that was meant for Christine. I sent it to everybody.
Oh. Oh well. No, I did. So you got an up arrow. Let's see if it's valid. We're gonna zoom in a little bit more. So here's your bounce. Here's your candle, and there's no bounce. So officially, this doesn't qualify as a bounce arrow go. This would, but you see what I'm concerned about in this one is you're down. You see your wedge formation is right here on UJ. Let me see something real quick. I'm going to go on here. I'm going to keep my eyes out for a really nice trade here, but I don't know what's going to happen here. This looks a little early. Here's that USDJPY. This is on the one. So this is the concern. If it breaks up, there might be a 5 or 10 pip move there. If it breaks to the upside. Oh, actually, we're going to do it this way. How about that? There. We might have something here, friends. We might have something. Because you see how it's closing right above there? I just want to see if we have the right direction. Yeah, it would be in the right direction of momentum. So if we had, see, I like this. Just for the wedge. But it's going to be, it would be a pretty tight stop. Let's put it that way. So let's go to here. I'm not letting it go beyond here. So if I wanted to indicator list, sorry, one-click trading. And on this account at 1300, let's see what the Excel sheet is going to give us. I had some problems using the drop down. It's not working 100%. So I think it could be my version of Excel. I need to get this to a couple more people as well. So $9.59. So $9.59. If I am using I'm going to go over here and calculate what my stop would be. My stop is right under here. That's where I feel comfortable putting it. And generally you can put your, so let's say a 20 pip stop. So if I put 20 pip stop, it'd do a 0.13. So 0.13. So anytime it's going to go 20 pips, so we would go potentially, let me just check my target here. If we were to go, this target here is a 1-to-1. Oh yeah, it's like 30 pips on the stick, which is the width of the bottom to the top of the wedge. But I like going down to about here where the Bollinger Band is. So I could do 15 pips. So modify order. So that's 150 pips because I was using that. And we said 20. All right, give me just a moment. I need to, we're going to watch that for a sec. It might fake us out, but we are going in the direction of trend. And This is a higher low. So here's your low on the 15. Here's a higher low. I'm curious to see. It's too far out. All right. And this would correspond to how many pips? 7 or so. All right. Gonna need to run off just for probably about just 2 or 3 minutes. Eva, would you be able to take over the screen just for a sec?
Sure.
All right. I will stop sharing, and I will be right back. I just gotta run and check something real quick. Apologize for that in advance. Let me put the sharing for everyone. All right, cool. I will be right back momentarily. Just a second.
Okay. All right, guys, I don't have what was the pair that Matt had up?
USD JPN.
Okay. Oh shoot. Come in now. Let me sorry, you just kind of caught me. Sorry, Christine, what was it?
USD JPY
Okay.
was the last thing I saw. If I'm wrong, anyone, feel free, you can correct me.
Just looking.
Be shy.
Yeah, I didn't have my charts up to date. That's kind of hard for me to do that while I'm watching the Q&A and whatnot. So,
Sure.
Okay, so unfortunately, because I didn't take this trade, I don't know how Matt's got it marked up, but that's okay. We can look at something else. So let's have a look at what time? It's 11:53 on my thing. It's XRP. Let's have a look at XRP. Why not? Unless there's anything you guys would specifically rather see. Okay, well that's not so great at the moment. Hang on a minute, I just have to resize here a little bit because I can't reach my controls.
All right, perfect. Sorry about that.
Oh, that's okay. So you're all right. So Matt's back. So I'm gonna stop sharing.
Yeah, what happened?
You can't do anything with that right now, anyways, because it's too far out of the gate and it's buttoned up against this here. So
Oh, the ripple.
yeah, that was the one alert that's
Oh my
correct.
gosh, man, what happened to ripple? It just went through the moon.
I know isn't
Holy crow.
it? Yeah.
I never even looked. I've got a significant amount of open trades with ripple.
Oh, do you? Yeah.
Oh yeah. And I'm gonna close them out because I've been in some ripple trades for a couple weeks, and I just closed out 3 positions in profit.
Oh, good for you. Good stuff. I'm gonna stop sharing so you can get your screen back up. How's that?
Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks for showing me ripple. This is a good exit, right? This is a really good exit.
Yeah, awesome.
Because what's happening is you're right into that red zone, right? And I've seen these zones cause a lot of problems, and we're at the top of a run, right? So here from I still can't believe how it moved like that.
This was all like overnight.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I was pleasant. I'm holding it, so I'm not trading it right now.
Yeah,
so I was quite pleasantly surprised when I woke up this morning.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just locked in like 4%. So
good stuff.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Okay, share your screen with us then.
Let's do it.
Hey, Matt, there's a question if there's going to be like a crypto room. Do you know anything about that?
Oh, well, nothing announced so far. Nothing announced so far. I know most of the live sessions we're gonna go over some kind of potential crypto setups, but I don't know that there's a dedicated room specifically for crypto. There are some things in the work that I can't talk about that AP is looking into, but nothing announced yet. Nothing announced yet. Let's go see what we got here. We're getting a rejection here. Even though, so if it's really understood, the reason I still took this trade, even though there was no valid bounce, is still because of the break of the wedge. I saw that as fine for me. Even the stop is down here, so this is a lower probability trade than the other ones. But we'll see. We'll see what happens here. We're just sitting on our hands waiting for that thing to show. Getting a little bit of heat. Let's see here. You see how it made a higher high here? This could be a good sign. And that's why the wedges are so powerful. If it did not make this higher high here, where the big stick comes out, then I wouldn't have even considered taking that trade. It's just hesitating. It's fighting. It could be let's go look for another setup and see if we can find something. So 30 on UK. I don't know if I don't like this. Someone got birds in the background. It's nice.
I think that's Christine.
See, I do like it. Hope everybody does.
Yeah, no, birds are nice.
It's cold here to open our windows.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't survive very long.
Yeah.
You have two nests, mourning doves, and then these little things we call chickadees.
I know what chickadees are.
Mm-hmm.
Getting some heat.
Usually
Let's
Ava's
see.
the only one that hears them.
Yeah. Let's see here. I'll put this down here. It's got a lot of. Let's see what this retracement is. So from this is what I would call the bottom of this run. I just want to see what the fib level is. It's very shallow at 23.6. It went 38.2. Now it's bouncing 23.6. So I do like it to the top side still. We'll see. GBP NZD on the 30. No bounce. You see how it didn't go into the green zone? We would be looking at, yeah, definitely counter trend. Look at the strong downtrend on the 30-minute. Like you wouldn't want to.
Exactly.
Yeah, you really wouldn't want to be doing that.
Yeah.
What did we get here? Why are we going down so fast?
I think, didn't they have some British news yesterday or?
Yeah, there was a whole bunch of news events, I believe. Whole bunch of news events. Let's see.
I had an NZD yen
Oh, you did?
and a CAD yen.
Oh, CAD yen.
Yeah.
Okay, on the 15.
On the 15, yeah. I haven't looked at them. I just checked out my alert box because I know sometimes the alert box is different than what the dashboard is.
Yeah, and sometimes they're a little delayed. Like you already
Yeah.
had your alert, mine just popped up. So
Oh, okay.
we're looking, we could be looking for a buy here. You're going into a zone though, but if you have proper reasoning to challenge the zone, there could be a nice reward for a person. Here's the challenge. There's a down arrow, but I don't know. I need to find out from Nate if this is considered a bounce. I don't think so because your down arrow is the one that's
Yeah.
going into the zone. Anyway, this is not a high probability trade because your zone's right here. If this is the same scenario as we had with the UJ, actually. If we go at, you'll notice that these two currency pairs like to move very similarly. And so some of the analysis can hold on to both, but you're not going to want to trade, double dip into, this would be probably considered double dipping because you're trading a very, very similar currency pair. Like these ones go, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like correlated sort of.
Yeah, there's a strong correlation between the US yen and the CAD yen.
Yeah.
So there's no.
Yeah, I think Al was talking about that yesterday, that he doesn't like to get into correlated pairs when he's trading.
Yeah.
If it ends up losing, you're losing double.
Yeah, absolutely. I would agree 110%. Oh, here's that retracement on Euro US. That's actually pretty.
That's good. Yeah.
Because it's been it had a big move. Let's see if we can find another setup here. Here's the CAD yen.
I'll look through my chart as well.
Yeah.
See if I see anything interesting at all.
It's just taking forever to get to where it's got to go. So
XRP just made a new high.
Really?
Yeah, it's still going up. It's going
really?
Right
So it went right through that zone?
Right through the red zone. Look at that.
Wow. All right, hold on. We're going to go check that out because I'm probably going to get in with a small position and Ripple then.
I was going to say, yes. We cannot see.
Yeah.
The excitement. You want the excitement.
Yeah, let's check. Look at that. Boom. Gone. Right out to lunch. That's the 1. This is the 5. Look at that.
Look at that. The zone's gone. It took it right out.
That's crazy.
I know.
Because I was in trades for so long with Ripple, like I'm talking like since last month, I just wanted to be out of it.
Yeah.
But that's not bad. Look at this wedge break. You might be able to see it here.
Did it not make like $1.80 or something like that 2-3 weeks ago?
I don't think it ever went that high.
Okay.
Because I bought at the top and it was like $1.60 something. We can go find out. Look at this wedge break, just extended run and then boom.
Yeah. Edwin, what it means, what I said about taking a zone out is when the price starts going right through.
There was a red zone here.
The red zone, it just took it right out. It disappears because now it's no longer valid as a resistance zone. Did that make sense?
Yeah, because those zones, they repaint, right? They're going to be valid until they're not. And so that's why if you have certain analysis that you do, you can, it's a lower probability trade, but you can go through the zone because the zones, they're going to be there. They're not going to be there. You just need a couple other confirmations in order to, go through the zone.
Right. And Edwin, that's why partly Al puts the arrows, when you come into class and you'll see they put an arrow by a zone. This way, then all of a sudden you may just have an arrow there and there's no zone there. Just lets you know that there used to be one there.
This is insane, guys. This is
So
insane.
Justin just put in the chat that there's a resistance zone on the M15, but it ripples about to blow through that one as well.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, let's go.
Yeah,
Rip to
actually,
Europe.
yeah. Let's go check Ripple here real quick. I just want to have an idea of, and I'll show you something that that was really great. Oh yeah, you know what? You're right. It did make higher than that before.
Okay, I thought it had.
You are so right.
I've been watching it for some time.
Yeah, 195. 195 or something like that.
Oh wow. See, it's even higher than what I figured. I got into Ripple at 49 cents.
Yeah, I had a couple. Let's just say I had a couple positions in the last little bit.
Yeah.
Couple positions, and it's been good. But this is awesome.
Ripple just disappeared off the 15-minute.
Yeah. Well, you're probably looking to challenge that all-time high.
Yeah.
Because look here. Let's do a little bit of magic here. So here's your trend line. This was your downtrend. Once it broke here, you're good to go. And the reason I love wedges is because you can do, here's your wedge. Okay.
Oh, there we go. See?
So from the break, this is where you can kind of expect it to go. There's a high probability chance. So price is right here.
Yeah.
So it's gone the stick. It's probably going to have some kind of retracement or whatever, because this is a bullish flag pattern here. I don't know if you can see it very well, but when you have a strong run up and then you have this little pattern here that looks like a kind of flag, it's a good sign. Good sign that's going to continue in the same direction of the previous trend. Like a continuation pattern. So, and there's a little wedge here, which we had made earlier.
Yeah.
And then here's a little tighter wedge. So this is why when you start playing around with wedges and triangles, you can, and you get comfortable with them, you can lock and load.
Yeah.
See, look right there, boom. Now that's hindsight, right? So it's a little different.
Yeah.
but
it's valid. I mean,
it is valid. So here we're in the profit now. We got a couple pips in the bank. Let's go see what I think we're up like 2-3 pips here. Let's keep Ripple open. Let's go back to UJ. This is cool. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're breaking this high. My target was much higher than where this red zone is, but I'm not going to let it go to the red zone. I'll just lock in a little something and move on from there.
Pips, right?
I don't,
It's 10 pips. If it ain't the targets, that's, can't laugh at that.
No, exactly. And based on our risk to reward ratio, it's 1% of the trading account. So if you can make 1% a day consistently, that's your goal. Like that is some big money over the course of the next year or so. And who cares if you don't make 1% a day? If you make 1% 15 days out of the month, you're making 15% a month, which is significantly more than the vast majority of Forex traders. So it's all about consistency, whatever you can do over and over again. And that's why I like the consistency that we have in Arrow. It's just that ripple really made me happy, by the way. Yeah, that really made me happy.
Made your day.
I looked at your chart and I said, your chart's wrong.
Nice.
Because I've been following this, and yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Made your weekend.
Yeah, but it's not worth chasing it though, guys. Because if you're not gonna buy and hold, don't chase this.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna pull back. And you might get stuck in a position for like a month, like I did.
I mean, I think it's going to, in the long term, keep going up, to be honest.
Right.
So
Right.
I've just been holding mine. I've been hanging on to it for the last couple
Good.
of months, and it's
Are you buying physical coins, or are you actually holding it in your MT4 and using leverage?
no, I'm buying actual coins.
Nice.
So yeah, I bought it in 2 lots actually. So it cost averaged out to 54 cents per coin, and now each coin is worth like $1.60. And
That's amazing.
Yeah.
so it's pretty good. So I've pretty much tripled my investment, my initial outlay. So it's really going gangbusters. Like,
It is. It
who knew?
is.
You know?
No. Like, yeah, that's it's very hard to tell.
So
Very
what-
hard to tell what was going to happen.
and that's with all of them. So I was looking at, I mean, Bitcoin and Ethereum, obviously they're the big guns, right? But
Yeah.
then when I was looking at the cryptos that were really ultra cheap, like nothing more
Yeah.
than $2 a coin. And I thought, you know what, let's just buy a bunch of these, a bunch of those, a bunch of the others, and let's see what it does. And even with the Cardoni, I mean, it's
Oh
up,
yeah.
you know, I think I bought it at like a $1.17 each, and now it's up to $1.33. So
Nice.
I think they're all just going to keep going. You know, they're going to pull back, but if you don't care about that sort of thing and you just let it go, I think it's going to be fine, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's a little different of a. It's a different world. It's a different world. It is the future, 110%. I mean, I could see one form of crypto or another, and probably not Bitcoin, but eventually come out with a currency that the whole world will accept and use, that will be international and all have the same value. So.
I agree with you 100%. It seems to have made like a resurgence. I'll tell you guys just a quick story and we can get back.
Yeah, go ahead.
A friend of mine bought 2,500 coins of Bitcoin when they were $3 a piece.
Yeah.
It cost him, I think, $7,500 US. It cost him to buy this. And it was when Bitcoin was just relatively new. So we're going back a few years, like 10, 12 years or whatever.
Yeah.
And
8 or 10 years.
yeah, so it was slowly moving up. And he got really nervous because the person who was doing all the trading for him was going in and out and in and out and selling and buying. And he got really kind of skeptical and thought he was going to get ripped off. And long story short, he told her to sell it all. He made like $2,500. He sold it for 10,000. He thought, okay, I'm doing great. Well, when I told him, right now, that man would be a multi-millionaire if he would have just hung on to it and not freaked out over it. Like 120 million. He was, I think I figured out. It's just unbelievable. But
yeah, that's crazy.
So he kicks himself every single day.
I'm sure. Especially if he's still going to a job and like answering to somebody. Poor man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when I first started looking at Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. It was about 8 or 10 years ago when I was working for the bank, and there was concerns about money laundering and terrorist financing with this brand new product that couldn't be traced, and everyone was going to be able to send money instantly, and it was like a big deal. And when I was looking at it, it was $10 a coin, and I should have hindsight's always 2020, but I mean,
Yeah,
come on now, $10 a coin.
yeah.
How many people would run for that?
One of my coworkers bought one time, and what did she do? She sold it for a video game.
Oh,
Yeah, she bought a video game with it like early on. It's like something like $20 worth.
yeah. It's unbelievable what's going on with it.
Well, if you could go back in time, and it would be really easy, go back 8 years and
Yeah.
just buy Bitcoin. That's all you'd have to do. You'd set up your life.
Yeah. By now we'd be laughing, wouldn't we?
Oh
So
God. Yeah.
we'll see what happens with it.
Yeah,
And
we'll
some
see.
of these others too, like Bitcoin's not the end all to be all. It's not gonna,
Oh no. There's a lot of heavy hitters out here. UJ, let's go see what's going on with this one. It's just like in the sit here. Coming back down. So just a little note. You've probably noticed that the candles are going green and red. Well, the candles are only going to be green once they close above the arrow moving average, and they'll be red once they're closing below the arrow moving average. Nate did that on purpose so that it could help people kind of identify the trend, even though that's why the candles look a little different. So there's a little bit of logic behind that. It wasn't just, hey, you know what's cool is look at that. We're almost at the point where we drew that line, that intersection of that, and that's where we got a bounce, probably within a cent or so. So you could look at a 23% retracement of this move. 38.2. Yeah, what's up?
I'm just looking at it at the question that Edens is asking what we think about the Doji coin.
Oh, Dodge. Yeah. That
I don't
we're
know
getting
much about it, but
yeah, we're getting super speculative with Dodge. I mean,
yeah,
let's just
he bought it at 15 cents and it's now at 31 cents.
yeah, it's gotten down. It's gone down. It's in my view, and this is not a well-informed view. It's just I don't know. Some people are going to get hurt with this. I think they're going to get hurt. They're going to get stuck in something that they don't understand. But I mean, if you got in and you doubled your money, great.
Yeah.
No, there's some people that bought in at 4 cents that I know. Right.
Oh, really?
So that's yeah. So there's like significant amount of money to be made. It's just that people are going to, it's going to take a while, and there's no plan around Dodge. Like if Dodge is just like a meme, it's so.
Didn't they start that up as a joke?
It is a joke, actually, and that's the whole thing with it. It's probably the only cryptocurrency that I know that's a legit joke. Even Mooncoin or whatever, some of those that have more validity than this. If you look at the project for XRP for Ripple, it's a pretty powerful project with Ripple. And Ethereum has, like, all of these coins, they're not just random coins. There's actually projects and renewable energy programs and a whole bunch of other stuff with different of these cryptos. Some of the cryptos, like there's thousands of cryptos at this point, and only
Yeah.
a handful will ever make anything. Yeah, there's only a handful that have that will ever make anything. So you can't just go in and randomly buy one and hope and pray that it's the right one. Dodge is actually a joke. It's just gone up because of Elon.
Yeah.
Elon tweets anything and it goes to the moon. But that's just the reality. Like, even if you look at the NFTs, this whole new, like, Twitter CEO or founder of Twitter sold one of his tweets, the first tweet ever on Twitter, for like a couple $1 million as an NFT. And then everyone started looking at NFTs. So
Crazy.
like you can buy a DeLorean from Back to the Future for $100, and then 3 weeks later you can sell it for $400 because it's a limited time item, just stuff like that. But I don't know enough about it. I haven't done like a deep dive on it, so. Quantify crypto. Has Ripple pegging the meter at almost 100% bullish. Yeah. Interesting. I've never, Judson, I never looked at Quantify crypto, but this is interesting. Saw some real good stuff here. Oh, let's do a little bit of fun with Bollinger Bands. How about that? Because some people, I've started looking at some interesting things with Bollinger Bands. Okay, and I'm using a 3 standard deviation for my Bollinger Bands and not a 2, and I'm using a length of 20. And what that means, I'm not a math guy. I just know that it works really well. But this, once it comes out here, that means it's very far away from this value here, which is 20. This 20 goes back 20 candles, and the difference from this line to up here and down here is 3 standard deviations of the last 20 candles. What that all means, and in my observations, once it hits the Bollinger Band, it likes to turn around, and it likes to go to the other Bollinger Band. Okay? So Ripple is a little different, so I will go to German 30, just as we're waiting for another trade setup. So this is on the 15. That's why it looks weird. I'm not used to seeing this one on the 15. So you see how it came down here and it hit it? The way that I've been trading German 30 is I'm drawing the wedge. Okay?
Mhm.
I'm looking for the Bollinger Band hit, and I'm taking it until I start getting this hesitation here. Once I start getting the hesitation, I'm out. So same story here. We hit the Bollinger Band here. Here's that down trend line. It breaks it. I would be in until about here once we started getting some hesitation. So that's just what I've been doing with the 3 standard deviations on the Bollinger Band. So same story here, actually. So you got your downtrend, you got your flat bottom, kind of wedge, and then boom, follow in, bang, exit when you start getting the red candle. And this is a very nice move, guys. This is like, I forget how many pips, but that's like So say we're being conservative. 400? No, it's more like 4,000. Okay. Yeah, because we're on the 5. I usually trade it on the 1. But it's like 4,000 pips. But the pip value is a little different, so. But you see how it likes to bounce here? And if you have another way of identifying that this is the end, you can take that trade. There's a couple ways to do it. This UJ, it's taking way too long. I'm not feeling great about it. It's just sitting there
Hanging
meandering.
around.
Yeah, it's just being a pain in the butt, really. So let's go see what we got. Here's a couple things that I've been messing around with. So John Bollinger uses Bollinger Band %B. And I'm using the 3 standard deviation as well. What this is, this looks like a RSI, but it's actually not. This is very similar. That you can identify divergence using this, and it's actually pretty accurate. You can use this as another confirmation. So when you see that it can get to the top and it makes a lower high in the indicator, you can identify that this is probably going to be the top. Take some getting used to. A little different of a trading, but it does coincide really well, and it works really well with what Arrow does. It just works in conjunction. US 30 on the 15, second arrow. You remember what we saw about the second arrows?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is you can get your butt handed to you, and I don't trade US 30.
Yeah, isn't
did
that
it-
the one that did Jackie in not too long ago, and she hates it now? She's put it on a shelf for a while.
You know what? US 30 is a monster. Is an absolute monster. It moves faster than anything, and you can make a tremendous amount of money, but you can lose your lunch really fast and get hurt real bad. Really. This is probably the fastest moving thing that we can trade is the US 30. German 30 is a little more
Like the mellow younger brother or something.
yeah, pretty much.
I like
pretty
the
much.
German 30.
Mellow yellow brother.
Yeah, it moves faster than S&P, but
Yeah.
it's just kind of
It's not German.
a little bit mellow. No, it's not as jerky. It's not such a jerk.
That's right. It's not a big jerk like the US 30.
Yeah.
Funny how we give them all attributes, right?
Yeah. This should actually be here. I don't like the
Oh, the
MT4. No, I just don't like MT4, but you see the break to the top here. There's no arrows anywhere here. That's interesting.
Actually, we have a request to have a look at the British CAD.
Oh, GCAD. Okay.
Yeah, and with that, like, because it was second to, that was the second part of the question. Getting after the candle closes over the trend line, because I guess when we were looking at that a little earlier,
The Bollinger Bands. That's what you're
I'm
talking
not
about?
sure. That's why I had asked her to specify a little bit more. And then,
Oh, okay.
And then I just got the pair again. That's the arrow moving average there. That chart that's up right now. So, Sis, can you just give us what?
Let me see. GCAD. Yeah. What are you?
If you go back in the answered, the initial question was, hi, getting after the candle closes over the trend line.
Yeah, but that's not enough, right? Just because it closes above the trend line doesn't mean you can take the trade. You need other confluences, other things in a row. Like, did you
Just put
go?
Bollinger.
Oh, just the Bollinger Band itself? Is it what she's talking about?
No, I think she had the combination closing and
Oh,
Bollinger Band.
yeah, and arrow, by the way, guys, and arrow. It's just another confirmation that you can add. Now we're going. Now we're into the profit. Let's go watch this so we can exit at a good price here. We're up. That's the break we were looking for, and let's go see. Let's go see what's going to happen here. I'm looking for any type of hesitation, and when I manage my trade on a lower time frame, on like the 1 minute, I can see when that hesitation happens. And yes, I get out early, and maybe it'll keep on flying through there, but I'm never going to regret locking in my profits and whatever.
Oh,
If
I do the same thing, Matt. As soon as it starts to kind of sit there, decide what it's going to do, I'm out. It's just, you know what? I'll take my 4 pips if that's all it is, and just.
I still think there's lots of gas to the top. So this is an indicator that I started playing around with. It's called the MFI. It's the what do they call it? The money flow index. I'm using it on 62. It's default at 20, I believe. So you can change your settings to get it to do different things. But and then Bollinger Band %B. If you look down here, it identified. So remember when I said you had this low and then you had a higher low? Well, that's a divergence in the indicator and the price field. So here, right? And here. So this is a trade, because the indicator is doing something that price is the opposite, right?
Yeah.
So that's how I would explain divergence. And it's really easy to read with the Bollinger Band %B. Really, really easy to read because you can see it so clearly, right? There's no guessing about that. It's just,
Yeah.
You got a low and then you got a lower low. And here in the indicator field, you got a low and then a higher low. Well,
Yeah.
boom, you're divergent right
Divergent,
away.
yeah. Yeah, it's pretty clear, eh?
Yeah. And then I was using MFI kind of as an exit. So it's going to follow. So it says that this is a top, and then it says that this is kind of your bottom down here. But we'll see what happens. We'll let it play out. I'm still exploring with the MFI. I got a couple other.
What is the
having fun? Money flow index.
Oh, I've not heard of that one.
Yeah, it's brand new actually. For me too. Yeah, it's brand new for me too. It was a buddy of mine, trading buddy of mine. He's like, Matt, come check out this MFI indicator. It's actually pretty cool. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm willing to look and mess around with stuff all the time. See, here's 20. This is what 20 looks like. It identifies this as a bottom. But I was looking for more of a... So if you have divergence and MFI is at the bottom, it's pretty good. And then once it comes out of the top here, you can pretty much exit. Here we're in consolidation. We can see that same story happen here, where we're at the top, and it kind of identifies the top. Now we don't have... we have divergence here too. Look at that. So this top and this bottom. So when you have a lower high in the indicator and a higher high in price, So I still have to go back and continue to test that, but I don't use any system just by itself. I use it in conjunction with Arrow.
Yeah.
I really like it. It does a lot of the work. S&P 500. I had an alert. It didn't show up on my dashboard. Maybe it was a 1 minute.
It's a 1 minute. Yeah, I had the alert on the 1 minute too.
Yeah, it's nah. Look at that thing go. It's gonna go smoke right through that. That's what. Remember we said zones. Yeah. Well, you just saw it go.
It just disappeared right in front of us.
Yeah. So this is a downtrend, strong downtrend. You got no bounce.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's no bounce. And in indices, I want to bounce. I'm not going blindly into an indices. That's not going to happen. So here's the S&P. Let's see if we can make this work again. Interesting. So we got about 25 minutes left in this session. Excuse me. What do we want to see or do? You know, you don't have to wait until it hits your take profit, by the way, guys. You can exit before that. There's no problem in locking in 5 pips of profit or whatnot. It is what it is. It's all about consistency. It's whatever you can do over and over again. And 5 pips, it doesn't matter what your account is. Just keep in mind 5 pips over the course of time can be a real big player.
S&P is dropping. Look at that.
Yeah, and I like this zone because now if it turns, you might have a counter trend trade, or it might continue right straight through there. So who knows? But S&P is moving.
That it is.
Yeah, and UJ is not moving. And you see how it came back and challenged the arrow moving average.
Yeah.
That's cool. Oh, guys, at this point, I'm fine with bringing it underneath the next zone. Because this is lowering my risk in the trade. I'm not going to let it take a big stop out. Like, what's this? This is probably, that's not even, I don't want to give it a little bit more room though. Probably under here. Remember, we're on the right side of this trade because we identified trend by using arrow to identify the trend. It just made the analysis so much easier. We went back. We said, okay, cool. We're in an uptrend. We're going to go to the uptrend. We're going to go to this area before that. And game over. See what's going to happen here. Let's go put UJ on my other charts. Look at this thing go. It's just gone.
I know. I was just looking at it. I marked up my charts for it, waiting, and I missed this whole downward move, which is.
Oh, and you had it written up as a downward move, eh?
Yeah, I was waiting to grab this because I knew it was going to happen because I saw the retrace.
Yeah.
On the Fibbo, and I was just waiting for it to close under my fib line to take it, and I've missed the move, and now it's gone below zero. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's unfortunate, but this is what happens some days. That would have been, well, it was a 48 move, I guess.
Yeah,
On the one that-
$38 move, right?
Yeah.
Or 38.2 retracement? Is that what you had?
It went up to, hang on a minute now, it went to the just over the 50 retracement on the 5 minutes, sorry, on the 5
Oh,
minutes.
that's fine.
And
Oh yeah, right here. So I
yeah,
just did it on the one, but you can see where it. Look at this. So kind of got. We couldn't have done this trend line now. Sorry, that's not. But that 50% retracement's really nice, and now we're at the zero, exactly like Ava said.
actually you're on the Dow Jones, so it's
Oh, you're totally right.
it's identical.
Yeah,
It's identical.
moving
Yeah.
the same way.
Yeah.
It's moving the same way. I put the wrong currency. Look at this. It's the
But
same
look
chart,
at it, it looks
guys.
exactly the same.
You can't even tell.
Yeah.
Let's see what 100 looks like. A little bit. It's the candles are a little bit different, but
Yeah.
you see and then look at German 30. It's not
Yeah.
moving the same at all.
Yeah, no. And I think that's why I love it so much, because it doesn't rely on the US dollar.
No.
It does its thing, whatever it's based on. If it's the euro, I'm not even sure. Haven't figured that out yet, but I can only assume it would be. It just makes sense.
Yeah, it is.
So
It would be connected to the
it's,
euro.
it's more mellow. It's more of an easygoing trade, as opposed to, I get anxious when I start looking at the other ones, because you never know what they're going to do, right?
Oh yeah, they move. They move so fast.
Yeah.
Anything
So
can
Edwin's
happen.
asking, question for you. Edwin's
Go ahead.
asking, how do you keep, he's asking, how do we both keep track of our potential trades? In my case, I can answer very quickly.
Go ahead.
My case, I don't trade currency pairs anymore because they've hurt me. So I've moved on to indices and gold. I will trade gold still, but it's usually indices. And I'm just now getting into trading crypto as opposed to holding it. So my S&P and gold and German are pretty much my main things that I trade right now. So it's pretty easy to keep going, flipping back and forth. And I just wait for setups. If there's no setup on any one of those on the different time frames, then I'm not doing anything with them. I'm waiting for the trade to come to me. I won't chase it.
Yeah, no, that's great, because we need to be. It's a game in patience. You need you do your setups, and Arrow makes life really easy, right? Because it doesn't take a long time to analyze a trade and see if you want to get into it. You just wanna be patient.
Yeah, and
it can pay out well.
A lot of it too, for me, what works really well is I listen to my gut, because sometimes something looks awesome and I'm just not sure. You just have that weird little niggling feeling that, you know what, don't do it. And many times I still did. And that's how I lost a lot of things. But I find your gut can be a really, really good indicator, probably the best, like Judson says. He just wrote in the chat. It's the best break on bad decisions, and it really truly is. So if something isn't feeling right, then don't go into it. Even if it turns out to be fantastic, don't look back. Just keep on looking for new trades. Don't beat yourself up for a good trade that you missed or a bad trade that you got into. Just keep moving forward.
Yeah, just like in life, you
Exactly.
can't be dwelling on the things you didn't do, because you're gonna destroy yourself.
Yeah, looking in the rearview mirror, then you mess up what's ahead of you. So just keep looking forward. Yeah,
for sure. The faster you can get over your past, the better. The more profitable you'll be in trading, and you can learn from your past. Like, learn from it. It's there for a reason, but don't pity yourself over it, right?
Exactly. Okay, so Judson said, good one, Judson. I like this. Your best trade is the bad one you don't get into. Second best trade is a good trade that you get into. And there are always trades coming, which is
Oh,
so
that's
good.
interesting.
Yeah.
I've never thought of that before.
Actually, it's true, because you know what? Have you ever done like a really good setup and something just held you back and you didn't get in and it
Yep,
totally
it
went
was a candle
sideways?
formation. Yeah,
And
a candle
and
formation.
and what an awesome feeling is. Thank you that I didn't get into that thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. I'm gonna exit 7 pips. I'm just gonna because it's hesitating too much where it is. Like, we've been in here for the last little bit. It's almost the end of the session, and I am gonna be content and satisfied
And
with that.
and why not? That's usually when I end up closing it manually. It's like, you know what? You're just
If it
taking
hesitates too much, that means there's probably something else going on, because generally your wedge break is going to hit profit right away.
Yeah.
Like it's going to be pretty fast. It's going to be impulsive. What this means is that there's a lot more trouble and pressure up here than anticipated. You see on the left here, you got all this junk here.
Yeah.
So next time it goes up to $7, I am out. There's a lot of places you make $7 in a day. That's a great income.
Yeah.
And like in the Philippines, if you made $7 or $7 Canadian in a day, that's a great day for you. That's four pips. So 5. Come on back up, man. Let's see what.
Did you have a look on the one? Is there something in the way?
I don't know. There probably is now, because no, nothing. Just up here. It's still like climbing. It's just so painfully slow.
I hear you.
Yeah, it's like watching molasses.
Yep.
What do we got here?
Oh, there's your zone. Get out, Matt. It just
Yep.
had a zone.
I don't want that zone.
Yeah, get out of it.
Where are you? Boom.
Have a great weekend, Judson. See you on Monday.
See, there was a reason.
You love
Yeah.
Judson.
There was a reason. And if you consolidate too long, you're going to get a zone.
Yeah.
And if you get a zone, you don't want to be into there, because now you're going to have to fight through it. And it made it 50% of my stick. So see that stick target that we had here that we drew up earlier? It didn't. Sorry. I'm lying. Because my target was like 15 pips. So we could have made 7. It's hesitating. Whatever.
That's all right. You still got something out of it.
Yeah, I got a little piece.
Something's better than nothing.
No, and it's better than a loss.
Exactly. And don't forget your XRP.
Yeah, no, XRP was a big deal. See, I exited now, and now we're gonna get potentially a little pump here. Let's see what happens. So that's your trend line. That's your 1 hit, 2 hit, 3 hit, 4, and 5. So now you got another little wedge formation. This is a 1 minute wedge. The realities are fractal. So whatever happens on the 15-minute wedge, the realities of the 15-minute wedge carry down to the 1 minute wedge. You can actually just trade 1 minute wedge breakouts and do pretty good. But I don't like this. I don't like it to bounce and bounce and bounce and bounce and bounce like that. That's bad news, because it should come out, because that consolidation needs to end eventually. So that means maybe my wedge is off. So.
Oh, TP just hit with you, Jay.
Oh, that's great, Edens. Yay.
Awesome.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So let's go take a quick look here and see what happened to UJ, because maybe something's off. Something didn't work. Let's see.
Look at that W too.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It is pretty cool. So I still like this bottom.
Yeah.
And now we kind of have like a price channel here. If we go here,
Mm-hmm.
here's your channel. So it kind of broke the channel a little bit and then came back down.
Yeah.
That's interesting to me. Now, what I really like to do, and when I'm messing around and I just want to see what the future could hold, when you have these channels lined out, you can actually take these sticks and put them throughout the channel.
Look at that.
And this actually turns into, so you have, check this out.
This looks like a ladder.
It does
pretty
look like a ladder.
much,
Yeah, you're building
pretty
a ladder.
much. So what we got is we have your major channel and then you have your minor channel here. So this is your consolidation move. That's always going to be a higher low. Okay? Low, higher low, higher low.
Okay.
So this is a little bit fun when you get into these. And then I go from the bottom of the channel till whatever's there. And that's the wedge, but it's just moseying around there. So it's at the top of the channel, the whole price channel, and it's just sitting there. So I want to be out. If it does break really hard, then maybe there's an opportunity to enter again, but Arrow's probably going to give it to me.
Yeah.
But you don't want to be sitting at the top of a channel like this, waiting for it, because it could just come right back down and make another lower high like it has the last two times.
Yeah. So there's a question for you from Yoda. What's the difference between the MFI and the RSI?
So they're completely different. So the MFI is money flow index. I don't have the exact description. Money flow index. It's an oscillator that produces trading signal, overbought, oversold. Let me see here. A trading buddy of mine that gave it to me. He said, hey, go check out this money flow index. It's an oscillator. I'm using it and I don't even understand the
Price
depths of it.
momentum.
Yeah. Measures the price momentum asset by comparing the total inflow of data and outflow levels of a specific period of time. Integrates volume. And it works well with RSI. Let's see. For the reasons traders.
Yoda wanted to know what the RSI was too.
Oh.
Well, he wants to know what the difference between the two was.
Would they contradict each other? Oh, that's such a good question. That is such a good question.
Actually, I think I saw something about the two. There you go. You got some stuff about the two of them together.
Yeah. I didn't.
Okay, haha, let's put them next to each other, Yoda says.
Oh, you're so good. I need to find out who Yoda is. I have an idea who Yoda is. Let's put a MFI, RSI. Let's do that. And we'll use the same exact value. Index. Indicators. I think they work. $20. Let's stack them one on top of the other. Let's bring this up here, up. Oh, well now. All right, hold on. Let's close you down. I'm exploring. And then let's put the same values. So we'll have an apples to apples comparison. 80, 20. This is about the same width. No, they don't contradict each other. At least, if they were to be to contradict each other from the indicator perspective, you would see this one at the bottom, right? What I'm seeing.
They look similar but different, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, they are.
It says, MFI might look like it holds a longer trend within.
Yeah. This is cool. I need to really do some more research into it, because here this is a good buy, even though the MFI doesn't tell you that. What is the deal? Oh, you could use it as an exit mechanism, no? You could enter on the RSI, and if you use the RSI as an exit, you would exit here. But interesting. Okay, I don't know. I'll have to take that away, Mr. Yoda.
If you figure it out too, Yoda, let us know.
I'm gonna have to do a deep dive into it, because I am curious to see how that would work. 30, 40.
Mr. or Mrs. Yoda appreciates all.
Yeah.
I'll keep in touch on that. Super cool.
I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will. So 34. You see how it's coming up to the top. Interesting. I need to play with that a little bit. That's why I like TradingView, guys. I love TradingView because you can add indicators on top of indicators. You can actually throw Bollinger Bands on this. And then you could have a different picture. So there's it's so limitless what you can do. But I'm going to look in the MFI and see what I can figure out. Anyway, that's the end of the session. I need to really appreciate you guys. Thanks for coming and taking some time out of your day to be with us here. And got a nice trade. Not an amazing trade, but acceptable trade.
That was good.
Yeah.
And then we had a nice XRP move over the night, but we'll see you guys again on Monday and throughout the week. Thank you for your help, ladies, and we will
Welcome.
Talk to you sooner than later.
All right.
Yeah,
Be well.
Have a great weekend, and we'll see y'all on Monday. And thanks, Matt. Great session.
Thanks, Matt.
All
Well
right,
done.
cool, guys.
Well
Bye.
done. Thanks, Yoda, for all your questions. You're welcome.
Yeah, more to come, Yoda.